I'm Mia, and this is my 4th Halloween look of the month. But yeah, it is my 4th Halloween look of the month, right? Bones, wings, witchy nails, this. So yeah, 4. But yeah, I kind of want to do, not like Frankenstein, but like Frankenstein-esque eyeshadow. And yes, I know Frankenstein was a doctor, not the monsters. You know what I mean. Let's be real with each other here. Like I said, I don't have a solid plan. 2 of my ideas had to be discarded because I can't block my brows still, and I can't get an even coverage with white face paint, so I'm pulling things out of a hat at this rate. But yeah, I already have my brows on. Who would have thought? I'm actually going to go in with a new eyeshadow palette, because I got one. Who would have thought? This is from Blend Bunny. This is the Blend Bunny X Microsoft May Pang, the Rodden palette. I just got the matte one because there was like an iridescent shimmer one. I have a bunch of iridescent shimmers, and I already have a shimmer palette from Blend Bunny, and while it's nice, it's not my preferred level of like shimmers, so I just got this. And the layout isn't my favorite, but I did see somebody rearrange it to a way that made sense to my eyes, so. But I'm honestly thinking, besides that like pink shade, these 3 colors will be perfect for at least the base, and then I'll do some graphic liner for like sutures and stitches and stuff, I think. So, oh, there is a mirror on this though. An upgrade, if you will. So I'm gonna start with some of the shade Velvet, which is like this like deep olive tone. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I'm gonna want. I'm gonna start to pat that here because I have like 8 different inspiration photos saved, so I want to do like the more green and like this round skin tone color, and like transition it a little. But I have a plan. It's got something in my eye. Something, it was with the brush hair. Oh, so I did break my nail the other day. Contrary to popular belief, it may not look like it. But I hit my nail in such a weird way. Not even a weird way. It was weird because I've hit my nail in that exact position, with that exact thing that I did 1,000,008 times before. And this was the first time that it broke. So I called the salon and I went, hey, I know I have an appointment on the 12th. Yesterday was the 4th. Broke my nail Friday the 3rd, got it fixed the 4th. I'm like I have an appointment on the 12th. I can't live like this. Especially because it hit like down to like my nail. So I'm like, so there's like 2 different levels of like thickness, brokenness, if you will. Like, I can't live like this. I'm like, I cannot. But thank God they were able to squeeze me in because I wasn't about to live like that. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Derma. And I'm going to use this to both blend out a little and also kind of bring it in a little more because I'm going to use that like white shade. A, for some brightness. B, because I want to. And this is my makeup. No one can stop me. But I think these 2 green shades specifically will be perfect. And I like the Blend Bunny formula, and this is an interesting array of colors that I don't necessarily have, so it also just kind of mends a bridge between what I do and don't have. But very lightly blend out, because I want most of that Derma shade to be on the lid. But I have a whole list of things that I have typed up within the past week to talk about because it's been a week, and that's the polite way of putting it. And I'm gonna go back in with some of Velvet just to deepen it up a little. Oh, Friday, the same day I broke my nail. This should have been a premonition, but to be fair, I broke my nail like right before the store opened, so like it was the very beginning of the day. This happened at the very end. some dude comes in. He still gets me pissed off now. Before I continue, I'm gonna go in with Oxygen, which is just, it's supposed to be described as an off-white, and like, this is white. This guy comes in, he's on some bullshit. I just sent voice messages to my friends because I couldn't properly gather all of my thoughts, so I had to tell it to them as was, and they're like, girl, they're like, you should have called the cops. Comes in, and basically for 20 minutes, verbally sexually harasses me. And I'm like, oh, this is not. Starts off, he's like, oh my god. He's like, I had to come in because I think that you and I could have some real fun together. I want your phone number, blah, blah, blah. And I went, no. Because one, I don't get paid to go to work and flirt. Two, I do not like men. And then that's what that. And I told him that. And so I'm like, this is not me lying to you to just like bother you. I'm like, I've been out since I've been 15. It's not happening. He's like, oh my god, that can change. He's like, I can change you. I'm like, made up a partner. He didn't budge. He's like, oh my god, she can join. I'm like, my imaginary partner would be so disrespected right now. He was asking about like the sex toys that I use on myself because I don't have sex with men, and I'm like, hey, you either need to buy. My camera battery's dying. Give me 2 seconds. Alright, I have whatchamacallit, a new battery. I'm gonna start my eyeliner. But no. It was to the point I'm like, hey, you either need to buy a cookie or you need to get out of the store because Wild Concept, I have a job to do. He's like, I'm trying to buy your cookie. I'm like, girl. I did finally get him to leave, but that's also, oh, I'm sorry. This is from L'Oreal Paris. This is the Infallible Grip Precision Felt Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Black. I did finally get him to leave. But I was also like, you know what? Oh my god, you wore me down. Come by at 7 o'clock when I get out of work. I was out at 6. Not stupid enough. I also am not stupid enough to tell him my real name. Because he's like, that was like one of the first things he asked. And whenever, like DoorDash or customer support calls and asks for name, I always tell them MJ. Because it's not a lie, it's my initials. So, I'm like, oh my god, blah, blah, blah. My name's MJ, I get off at 7 o'clock if you want to come by. He's like, oh my god, so he did finally leave. And I told the girl who came in, I'm like, this is what happened. I'm like, if he comes back asking for me, gaslight him, be like, we don't have anyone here named MJ. Not a lie. We don't have anyone here, we don't even have anyone here with the name that starts with M. Is a lie, doesn't need to know. But apparently he came back twice throughout the night. They called the police both times. He apparently did get arrested the second time, or at least they took him the second time. And he didn't show up on Saturday, and that's all that matters. But it was just, I'm like, it is 5 o'clock in downtown Crescent. I did not expect this kind of behavior until like, I don't know, midnight. Like when I was coming back from my John Milani show, that was the time that I expect that nonsense. And I experienced some of that nonsense on Tremont. From like broad daylight. Oh shit. I did make the mistake of telling him I was alone, but he didn't try to come into the back or anything. That's also what matters. But I'm a little concerned that he might try to come by more throughout the week, and I don't think anyone told our manager. Because, like, I texted the girl who was coming in, I'm like, hey, do you think you could come in early? She's like, no, I can't. She's like, oh my god, text the manager if anyone's making you uncomfortable. I'm like, what can she do? I'm like, the one time she said she was gonna get here as soon as she can from her location, it took her over an hour. I'm like, by the time she would have gone here, I would have been clocked out and gone anyways. So I'm like, I don't think that's right. But, like I said, he left. Thank God. I didn't see him on Saturday. Also, thank God. Because I was fully prepared to swing a floor scraper at him. I don't get paid enough for this nonsense. I'm like, legitimately, always men. I don't want to be hit on by men. Like, girl, this is not what I want out of life. I'm gonna go back in with the round palette and some of Humid, which is just black. I'm just gonna kind of smoke it out under a little, because I don't want to do actual waterline, even though it is in there. I don't want to try to find the eyeliner and get that under there, so eyeshadow. I did also whatchamacallit, schedule a dinner order because there's a happy hour deal on DoorDash, and it's like 4 o'clock when it's literally turning 4 o'clock. It's 3:55, and happy hours is only until 5, and by that time I'll be distracted, and I'm on my own for dinner tonight, and I don't have any groceries in the house, so c'est la vie. But I have a scheduled DoorDash order, so I will be done with this before it gets here. If I'm not, that's just a little concerning because I have it scheduled for like 6:20. So I'm gonna take this from Glisten Cosmetics. It's actually their split liner. I know. I'm using the black one as well. This is the 70s one. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna do like a little swoop up here. Hopefully. Theoretically. Okay, I thought there was a crack in the cap, but I thought it was gonna... Two light ones. And I'm gonna go in with a slightly thicker brush than I normally would, because again, I want that like swoop. Because I want it to look like stitching over like a wound, so I want it to be red and not like real bloody, but like obviously kind of fake bloody. Alright. Need to do it like up here. And we do a swoop. It really did not need to be that big, but my point stands. And now the hard part of trying to get it even, because my eyes are uneven. And I have the most unsteady hand ever. Swoop. That's not a good swoop. It's an okay swoop. Like, I want to do more than just this, but like, I don't know what to do. And I'm gonna let this dry, obviously, before I attempt to do stitches over it. But yeah, Friday just really wasn't my day. Broke my nail, dealt with that guy. Don't think I made very much in tips. I did go to my old manager's store, and we talked about maybe me possibly transferring. Because I've been through a few managers. My original manager that I got hired under, she got switched to a different store so she could run that store. And ironically enough, her sister-in-law took her place here. The sister-in-law, which has been my current manager for the past 2 years, she's on maternity leave. Apparently she's thinking about putting in another 3 months of leave because unfortunately there's something wrong with the baby. He needs surgery. So I'd have to be dealing with the manager that's current, who's not doing her job because she's running 2 stores. She got someone from a different location in Providence to oversee her store so she can oversee my store, even though she's never at the store or doing anything. But we talked. I'm like, it's 80% a joke. She needs people, reliable people that can open in the mornings. I just need money. And their location doesn't have a downstairs walk-in freezer, so I don't need to go up and downstairs. But it's like a 45-minute commute opposed to my 20 minutes. So I'm gonna text her later. My plan is that if my manager puts in for more leave, I will ask to be transferred, because I'm like, I can't go until at least March with this new lady. It's okay. My old manager doesn't like the new manager either, so it's okay. It's okay. And then with the wet liner from Glisten, this is Cola. This poor thing is being abused this month. First I'm going to go in with a dotting tool actually, so I can do the little suture like holes. I don't know how to describe it, but you know. Need to make sure this is also completely dry, because back to my, I have not a lot of lid space. And we're just gonna dot. I'm putting them a little closer than I would usually because, again, doing it above my crease, but I don't have hooded eyes, but like I have like fat folds. Kind of gross sounding, I know, but like that's the only way I can describe it. Hey, look at that, it's already starting to bleed. Ah! It's fine, everything's fine, even though this side is basically going into my eyebrow. Nothing is frickin' fine. But yeah, no, again, shout out to my nail tech. I also didn't have to pay. You know, I went to the front with the girl who she always checks me in. And I go, oh, how much did I owe? She's like, he didn't come up, he didn't say anything. She's like, I think you're good to go. I'm like, girl. So I panicked and had her give him $20 for me. Cause like, obviously it was only like 30 minutes, but like, he still took time out of his booked day to get this done for me. And like I said, I have an appointment on the 12th. It actually might get changed. I might need to work on the truck. But he still took time out of his day. He still redid my nail. I'm like, girl. Yeah, that's in my eyebrow. I'm like, ooh. And now with a very thin brush, I'm gonna do like the little lines. So I'm gonna do like them frost. Oh god, I'm sitting the wrong way. Oof. Also, I hope you know that my filming setup is me. This is a door. This is my bedroom door. I'm sitting on the ground, cross-legged as I do this usually. But no, like, ideally I would have wanted this to be silver to like tie in, but I don't have. I do, but it's a liquid eyeliner. It's not any good. I was gonna say that I don't have any silver liners. I have one. It's not great. It's the REM one. It's also just a traditional felt tipped liner, so it wouldn't have worked for this anyways. But it's also just not good. My hand is shaking so much, just like always. And I don't even have any caffeine in my system yet. I didn't finish my one from last night, and it was stupid to throw it out. So, shit. I put a half-empty Monster in the fridge. Well, half full. I'm like, I'm not gonna waste it. And then, like I said, I passed out. Also, it is so warm for the next 3 days. It's a little rude. Like, I think it's 80 today. It's gonna be mid-80s tomorrow. It's gonna be 80 again on Tuesday. Like, it is October. In New England. What do you mean? It's 82 keys. Okay, so this isn't 100% even, and again, I would have liked, I don't know. I'm gonna find some lashes and I'll be back eventually, hopefully. Hi, hello, I'm back with lashes on. I procrastinated. I also tried to add some definition with that silver liner I was talking about, and that liner is so god-awful. It was so watery, so nothing stuck. Alas, alas. But we're moving on to the base. This is from Paula's Choice. Like always, this was gifted to me, but I wouldn't keep using it if I didn't like it. This is the Pure Collagen Peptide Plumping Moisturizer. Also, it may look like I have some dry skin. That is just white face paint playing into my skin, because I did try a different application technique of white face paint, and then I took it off, and then I immediately started doing my makeup, and it wasn't a thorough removal. I'm gonna be honest here. It wasn't. But gonna get this all worked in. Oh, so I was at Hamilton Tuesday night, the 30th, yeah. So the manager, my current one, she texted me literally right at intermission and ruined my entire night. She let a 450 pack catering order come through for 12 o'clock. We open at 11. It is physically impossible to get 450 cookies baked and wrapped from my original scheduled time of 10 a.m. and 12. So, I clocked in at 7 a.m. on Wednesday. I clocked out at 6:10. I was there for 11 hours and 10 minutes. Because, girl can't be on time for her life. That's what my former manager and I were talking about. She's like, there's this girl there. She's like, she kind of sucks. I'm like, was it blah blah blah? She's like, oh my god, yeah. I'm like I've been having issues with her, mainly about being on time, and that was like a big pet peeve of my old manager. So it felt good to commiserate with someone who actually knew what they were talking about. And then this is from Danessa Myricks Beauty. This is the Yummy Skin Glow Serum in the shade Main Squeeze. But no, so I went to Hamilton Tuesday night. The lady next to me, her child will not shut up. And she wasn't even trying to do the polite thing of like, oh my god, honey, shh. Like, she just kept letting her ask questions all night. Thankfully, the child shut up during the second act because she passed out on her mother's lap. I heard her snoring. But overall, it was pretty good. Hamilton could actually sing. Didn't know they knew how to do that. Like, I know no one's gonna be Leslie Odom Jr., but Burr was not my favorite. King George was fun. The girl playing Eliza, oh my god, she was fantastic. The guy playing George Washington was also fantastic. The two biggest applauses were after Burn and One Last Time. The guy behind me, after Burn, I heard him, to whoever he was with, he's like, you know, I really don't remember. He's like, I remember the song being horrible, I don't remember it being this good. I'm like, what do you mean Burn is horrible? I'm like, girl. I'm like, I can't sing. When I open and have no one with me in the store, I will belt Burn. I'm like, what do you mean you remember it being horrible? Like, girl, shut up. And next, I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Luminous Foundation in the shade 125. I need a foundation brush. But no, because I was at work for over 11 hours on Wednesday, I was just so off on Thursday. Thank God it wasn't a very busy day, because if it was, I would have tried. But I felt so bad, I forgot to give one of my regulars his change. It was 80 cents. But he always pays with card, so just, again, I was just in an off mood. Like, it was just, I was dead on my feet all day. And there were like a million people behind him. Not a million, but it was like that one small pop of the day. And then there's a DoorDash driver shoving things in my face. And so, you know, he's still there. I'm like, oh, you're good to go. He's like, oh. So I feel really bad. But he always comes by, so next time he comes, I'm just going to give him his cookie and be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry about Thursday. I was just not in the right headspace, like, literally all day. Made hella tips, but, like, at what cost? Oh, and I found $2 on the ground when I was walking home that day, too, so I'm like, you know what? Shout out me. That's gonna fall. And then I'm gonna go in with the Natasha Denona Hy-Glam Concealer in the shade in 0.5. I do have a new concealer I want to use. I have a few new things I want to use because Win Beauty, I think, is leaving Ulta or being shut down. One of the two. Or both. But literally everything is on sale. Like, I bought 4 things and they were all under $6. Like, I paid, yeah, $21 before shipping, so I paid just under $30 after shipping. Ulta shipping is $6.95 if it's not free. So, but I bought a few things from them, but I don't want to use, I generally don't like using so much of one brand unless it's like for a specific thing. So I want to try to save something to use. But I got a concealer. I got another lip liner because I love the lip liner that I have from them. I got a lip gloss, and then I got it's a versatile cheek and lip pigment. So, and like, that lip liner does not move. So I'm hoping the pigment doesn't move either, like the versatile one. That way I can use it as like a going out into the world blush and lip, and then be monochromatic without using too many products. I can hopefully put that in my makeup bag for New York and just keep one thing. But I'm gonna go in with the Persona Cosmetics Bronze Multi-Stick in the shade Mojave. But yeah, even though I'm going for, it's only a day, but it's still longer than, a day longer, not just a single day, than I did last time I went to New York. I'm gonna literally just pack the most bare-boned makeup bag and toiletry bag. Because, like, I used pretty much everything I took with me last time, but it's just this time I'm like, I want more space in my bag for, like, trinkets and things that I bring back. And I'm just gonna start to blend this in. I kind of want to do a Tim Burton makeup look. Not like in a, oh my god, Sally or Corpse Bride, but just like that gaunt, like Victorian look. Which may be interesting because I don't have the facial features or bone structure that most people do when they do that kind of look. But that's the power of contour, that I can just kind of go, you know? It might be a squeeze-in video because, like I said, I'm working Tuesday, and I don't know what time I'm getting back, so that may not be possible. And I'm gonna have to do a look very early tomorrow. Not very early, but like between 10 and 1 before we go out, so I don't know. And then this is from Danessa Myricks. I know I just said I didn't like to use a lot of one brand, but this is gonna be one item opposed to like the 3 or 4 from Win Beauty that I was thinking of. This is the Yummy Skin. This is the Flush Balm one, the like blush. This is the shade Rosé and Brunch, and it's just a beautiful, ooh, not like ooh because like so much pigment. There's a hair on my face. I felt it before I started, so I'm gonna but I theoretically have I theoretically have a nail appointment on the 12th. Sorry, my brush. I only say theoretically because I might need to work for my parents that day, but like I need them to let me know sooner rather than later. But your father's like, oh, I'll let you know by like Friday. I'm like, girl, I need to reschedule my nail appointment, and I would like to have, you know, a day that is nearby. Like, and like it's an all day thing on Sunday, so I'm like, I can't just like go after work. Like Tuesday, I'll probably be home by, I'd say 3-4 o'clock, so I might be able to squeeze in a look. But like, the Sunday shift is literally 10 to 7. So I'm like, there's no physical way for me to get my nails done that day, so I can't just reschedule it till later. So I'm like, I'd have to do it for a whole nother day, and that defeats my whole, not defeats my whole purpose, but it just messes with my schedule of everything I like to do. But I'm theoretically out at 4 on this coming Wednesday and Thursday. I know. But then I'm out at 6 on Friday and 5 on Saturday. I'm like, girl, Like, I don't do 5 o'clocks on Saturdays. I didn't even check the schedule, so I didn't even see who's coming in either. I know it's not her, and that's all that matters. And then I'm going to take some of my NYX Professional Makeup Buttermelt highlighter in the shade Bright and Butter. And not going ham, I know, who am I? But just need a little something something. I thought about white for like half a second, and then I went, not with this tone of blush. Like, this is on the slightly more neutral warm tone side, so I need something that's a little more neutral warm. So a light champagne will do. That's how it's described. It's light champagne on the back. Under Bright and Butter, obviously. But just want to get picked up. Alright. So I am going to go in with the Win Beauty Start in Line Peptide Infused Lip Liner. I'm going to go in with a shade that I've literally had on my list since it dropped. But it's just one of those things of like, and now everything's on sale. So I'm like, I'm going to get it. This is the shade Ascend. I think it was described as like a neutral taupe, maybe. But, gonna... Oh yeah. That's some good stuff. Like I said, I know I already like this formula because I have that like deeper brown toned one. Oh shit. That's the only thing I don't like about a twist up liner is that I don't have the same support I would as like a wood liner pencil. So like I can press and have the non lip liner part of the wood rest and give me an advantage, but with this I'm just scared that I'm gonna like break it. And hopefully this is gonna go with it. This is from Milani. This is the Fruit Fetish lip oil in the shade Blackberry Agave. Because, like, I don't want to do something totally, like, red. But I want something that's still kind of fall-y and a little red toned. But I don't want a full-on red lip for this. So we're just gonna... There you go. I think this works enough. Good, not 100% monochromatic like I usually like, but still a good combination. Alright, I need to go fix my bangs, which should be interesting because I did a hair mask on Friday and my hair is still very like light and clean and like wispy. It feels fantastic, it's hard to get under control. But I need to fix my bangs and I should be back in a second. Alrighty, and this is the finished look. I feel like I've been in a funk in my makeup lately, and I'm just like, I don't want to do something overly gory or bloody or graphic for Halloween or do like a full face. But like, I feel like none of my, besides the bone eyeliner, that entire look was fantastic. I feel like my Halloween looks just haven't been turned out the way I want. Like, realistically, the eyes are fine. I think it gets the point across that this is some sort of like Franken monster thing. Again, I love these tones. Like I said, I wasn't 100% sold on the palette, but I'm like, these are shades that I don't have a lot of, so these work. And like I said, I do love the Blend Buddy formula, just some of the shades in the palettes that I have. Palettes? Wouldn't be my ideal, but like this is, I love these three colors together. And yeah, this is how the finished look turned out.